Hey everyone, the topic today will be aliens. Now I really hope you stay till the end of this video because I have a lot to tell you. Those who are meant to hear it will stay. So first I want to talk about why am I qualified to even talk on the topic. I've been an alien experiencer since I was a very little girl. My first memories are 5, 6 years old. And no, it wasn't the abductions where they probed me. None of that. Like, they didn't probe me. I was more with them. So there will be a segment, or maybe in the next segment, I'll talk extensively about my own experiences. I'm 44 years old, so between 6 and 44, you can imagine there's quite a bit of time that I've had on Earth to have these experiences and learn a lot about it also. So that's where my background comes from. And I have extensive proof, which I could show you, the markings, the eye changes, and so on, but I don't want to scare anyone at the same time. But simply, this is where I'm coming from. And next, I'd like to play a few clips for you of what the current state of affairs is publicly on the subject of aliens. So listen to this.
It is my honor and privilege to testify before you on the issue of unidentified anomalous phenomenon, formerly known as UFOs. Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Although much of my government work on the UAP subject still remains classified, excessive secrecy has led to grave misdeeds against loyal civil servants, military personnel, and the public, all to hide the fact that we are not alone.
So I can't blame them for not telling people earlier, because the truth is they knew about this for a long time, the governments of the world, not just the US government. But the thing is, they were also waiting to tell. I understand why. I mean, my God, I've been waiting to tell. I've been waiting because it's hard when you see the population is not ready. Yet 20 years ago it wasn't. It really wasn't. 10 years ago, even still not ready. Now I feel it's ready because there's been influences through the movies, suggestions. Hey, we're not alone. We're not alone. Slowly being introduced. So I don't blame them for not speaking earlier, because to some people would be scary, right? Not everybody's equipped to understand, and they didn't want to cause mass panic. Now I would like to play for you a second clip, something that's been going on in the news in America, and also just people have been discussing it on the internet, and then I'll just make my brief comment after it, okay?
The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. It may sound straight out of a movie, but the Pentagon and a Harvard scientist have collaborated on a new draft report.
So with this out there, one logical question is here, right? Should we worry? No, there is nothing to worry about. Aliens have been coming and going, okay? Now, the reason why I'm going slowly on this topic, even though some watching may be like, oh, we know so much about it, we're experts. Great for you. I'm sure you've extensively researched and so on. The reason why I'm going a little slower and methodical is because I want to reach the masses. I don't want to scare the grandma sitting in the corner or the young kid watching, possibly, okay? So we have to go slow and deliberate and methodical and just go piece by piece. So no, there is nothing to worry about, okay? Bases have been existing. Aliens have been on the planet. Some of them have been working with the government. The government, I believe, in a lot of cases, was careful not to cause mass panic, okay? Now we're gonna go further. Now you may ask, well, why are they saying this on the news, right? Well, you have to understand they're slowly preparing the human consciousness for what is to come, and what is to come in the future. I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm not saying 10 years from now, but in the future, is basically the knowledge that, hey, we're not alone, maybe even meeting different species, but we're a little far from that still. But they want to basically prepare your consciousness, like, hey, we're not alone, which in a way is a good act. So, not everything, government is not always evil, or the evil government. Sometimes it's done in order to control the perception so that everybody can be okay mentally. Now, next, I want to discuss this because this is very crucial. Why is spirituality so important in order to understand the alien question? And the reason why is, if you're only concentrating on the form, right? I'm, I guess, a white girl with brown hair, or you have a black person with black hair, or you have green eyes. I don't know. If you're concentrating on the form, everything is going to be scary. You know, if you see another form and it's talking to you and you're like, oh my God, you know, that's why spirituality, and this is why I'm here. This is my mission. I'm not the only one on a mission. There's many brothers and sisters of light, from the stars, literally, raising the consciousness. But this is my mission, you know, to bridge that gap. And that's what I'm trying to do. So until the humanity as a whole, or majority of people, can understand that the form is not important, it's what's inside, there will be no direct contact. I can assure you. If you cannot accept that there's people who are black that are worth of respecting, that there's people who are Chinese that are worth respecting, that are people who are white, etc., Native American, different form, how will you accept some alien? Tell me that. You literally are going to struggle with it, because right now on earth we're focusing on our difference so much. I mean, look around the world. Oh, you're Jewish, you're Muslim. Oh, you're black, you're white. Oh, you're less than me, I'm more than you. And aliens are looking like it, like, oh my God, like, how the hell are we going to come down here and talk to them? Excuse my language. That's the gist of it. But isn't that the reality? You know, just look around the world. Oh, I want this land, this is mine, that's yours. China wants Taiwan, you know, Israel wants Palestine. I mean, it's a complete chaos. All they're focusing on here on earth is land, form. Are you beautiful? Oh, you're not beautiful. Oh, you're da. It's all outside. But we're gonna get there. We have to. I've studied a lot. I've been being here on earth. I've studied a lot about the religions on earth, okay, which are not always bad. There's a lot good to learn from it. I've studied Islam extensively. I've studied Hinduism extensively, Buddhism, Christianity less extensively, but I've still studied it. I'm not going to call myself an expert on it. There's something I would like to share with you. Let's talk about Jesus for a second. I don't want to challenge anybody's beliefs, because you have the right to your belief. But Jesus to me was a master, a prophet, you know, sent by God or by the higher being, which, by the way, many aliens believe in God. You know, God is overall. So aliens are not gods. They're not to be worshipped. They're just another form. Okay? Another form. That's all they are. Some of them have different abilities, which may make you think they're gods, like telepathic. They can, you know, move objects with their thoughts, and that might make some people believe, ooh, they're gods. They're not gods. Just like a spider, okay, can climb up the wall and has the ability, I don't know why I'm itching, it has the ability to stick to different walls. So an alien has a different ability as well. In the past, when they have visited Earth, you know, they displayed different abilities, and the people were like, oh my gosh, they're gods. They're not gods. There's one God, there's nobody but God, and he created even them, even the aliens. This is the story that I wanted to share with you, which I've read in Islamic literature about Jesus, peace be upon him. And as you know, maybe you don't know, but in Islam, Jesus is a main figure, and so are all the other prophets. But so basically it goes, there was two people arguing over whose land is it, mine or thine, you know. And Jesus came along, and he saw the two men arguing. The one man's like, this is my land, and the other guy's like, this is my land. And Jesus had the ability to raise the dead, right? So I'm not sure if this is a factual or a metaphorical, but it's a wonderful story. So what Jesus did is he went ahead and commanded the dead to rise. Everybody who's ever owned this land that they're arguing about to rise. And all of a sudden, all these ghosts, and they started shouting, it's my land. No, it's my land. It's my land. And these two guys who are still alive, they're looking around. It's like all these dead people are claiming the same land. So this is a very important lesson. Whose land is it? Nobody's land. That's whose land it is. So this is what we have to work on here on Earth in order to be able to understand aliens, life itself. and the future of humanity and the future of your spirituality, my spirituality, us as spirits.